Welcome home, neighbors.
Welcome home, neighbors.
Hello, neighbors.
We're listening from
Arizona,
Florida,
Maryland,
New York,
New Jersey,
Minneapolis,
California, Utah,
Michigan.
Iowa, Massachusetts,
Georgia, Canada,
Our home resort is
Animal Kingdom,
Polynesia,
Bay Lake Tower,
Old Key West,
Riviera,
Boardwalk,
Alani Resort,
Boulder Ridge,
Copper Creek,
Grand Floridian,
Saratoga Springs.
Beach Club.
and Wilderness Lodge.
And you're listening to
and you're listening
You're
you're
listening
listening
to my
Welcome, everybody, to My DVC Points Community Hall Live. I'm so glad to welcome you here tonight for our live show on Sunday evenings, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm Mary Ann, and I am the host of our show tonight, and I'm so excited to talk to you about all the fun must-dos that my friends are bringing to the table. But first, I need to say thank you. I need to say a great big thank you to our sponsors, DVC Resale Market. Our friends at DVC Resale Market will help you out. Do you need more points so that you can go more often to Disney and do more of the must-dos or stay in the must-do places? I know I do. So give my friends a call. They're super kind. They're super helpful. They all used to be Disney guides, so they know the ins and the outs of everything there is to know about DVC, and they will help you from making terrible mistakes and help you bring lots of joy for years and years and years to your family. So give them a call or give them a shout out on Facebook or on their wonderful app, and they will help you out. And now I'd like to introduce my friends. My friends have come tonight to talk about what they must do at Disney. Dave, welcome.
Hi, Marianne. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad you're here to talk about must-dos tonight.
Me too.
And I have to give credit where credit is due. Dave, this was all your idea.
Thank you.
So we're going to run with your idea tonight. It's going to be great.
Fantastic.
So, and next I have my friend Holly, and she is going to give us her perspective of what the must-dos are for her and her family of littles.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
friends. Thanks for having me back. I'm excited to be here.
So glad you're here. And Nick, my friend Nick, who is doing that adult Disney thing. No shame in his game. Proud to be an adult Disney fan. And he is going to share his must-do list, and everybody take notes because his must-do list is centered around the California park. So it's going to be awesome to talk about. And who knows, maybe I'll share a few of mine, but I doubt it. I doubt we'll have time because these guys have great
Right.
These guys have great ideas.
Right.
So, all right, friends. So let's get started tonight. What are your must-do rides and attractions at your choice of Disney park? And Dave, you're up first.
So I'm going to start with Magic Kingdom. I'm actually only going to do 2 parks because we typically only really go to Magic Kingdom and Epcot for whatever reason. Not that we don't go to the other ones, but for the majority of the time, especially for our must-dos. So for our must-dos, Pirates of the Caribbean, 100%. We always do that ride when we go, no matter what. That is definitely a go-to for us. Other than that, we do Carousel of Progress. That's been one we've always gone to. It's very nostalgic for me. It's something that just gives me that Disney feeling. Even when they change the song, it's still close enough to where it gives me all the same feelings from before. Love that ride, and it's a nice ride to cool off to, during the day in the heat. But otherwise, it's a great, great ride for Disney. My mom is infatuated with the Tiki Room, so I always want to make sure that we get in there and do that with her. I love that she likes it so much, and we do enjoy it, and it's a lot of fun to watch and watch the kids watch it. So we like the Tiki Room there also. One of the ones we try and almost do every time, and this is not have to be if we don't have time, but that would be a Smith Robinson tree. We love Smith Robinson tree. That's a lot of fun to walk up and down and go through that. Otherwise, those are my ones for Magic Kingdom, and we'd like
Wait. Sorry, seriously? All those stairs at the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse?
It doesn't feel like you're climbing because you're going so slow. It doesn't feel like, and you got a nice breeze. And I love Swiss Robinson Tree, absolutely.
There's some great views up there too.
There is.
And to look out over
Are
the
you all
park.
telling me I have to go up in this tree? Is
Yeah.
that what you're
I'm
telling
telling
me?
you.
All right, write it down on my list over
When
here.
you think about
Things
the
I
movie
must do.
Tarzan and all the stuff that kind of goes along with that type of the views, it's a lot of fun to look at how well Disney does that. So I really do enjoy it. I'm scared of heights and it doesn't even bother me. It's a lot of fun to go up that tree and see it all.
And I'm with your mom. I think your mom and I might be best friends. She just doesn't know it yet, but I love me some Tiki Room.
Yeah, the
So.
characters are wonderful. So we always get a kick out of it. And let me tell you, the last few times we've done it, there's no wait. We get right in. It's really been kind of like maybe you don't see it there. I don't know, but we get right in every time we want to ride it. Not ride it, we'll sit through it, whichever.
Sure.
So to finish up for our rides, we have, am I getting through them all now? Just do Epcot quick too?
Sure.
Okay. So for Epcot, obviously the ball when we come in, that is absolutely 1000% a must. It really has a place in my heart. I can smell the burning of the newspapers and the printing press and all that just thinking about it. It really, oh, I love it. Love it. So we'll do that more than once if we can. That is just like heaven for me. So Soarin' is wonderful. Now I have a 12-year-old, and I think 2 years ago we took him on Soarin', and he hated me when we left the ride for forcing him to go on it because he was so scared, and he didn't like it and never wanted to go on it again.
Oh no.
So guess what's one of his favorite rides in Epcot now?
Yeah.
Exactly, which is so cute. So we do Soarin'. Soarin's wonderful. I love, even though that one scares me to death. I squeeze the side of the chairs so tight when we're going over like the pyramid or the Eiffel Tower. I don't know why I do it. It freaks me out. And I feel like I'm going to fall out of the seat, which you can't, but I still feel like I'm going to fall out of the seat. Anyways, I do it.
Dave, if I'm riding right next to you with my hands out and my feet out like this, and I'm kind of going like this, are you going to be grabbing onto me, pulling me back?
I'd hold you down and probably push your head down and keep you out of the way. And I'd apologize at the end, of course, So that's that one. And then the last two, what's funny is the Living with the Land.
Yeah.
I know it's nothing exciting. I don't know what it is, but I love that ride. I love that ride. And it's weird that we've never done the backyard tour or whatever it's called, which we will do one day. But there's just something about that ride also. I love it. So we always do that. It's always a 10, 20-minute wait maximum. So it's not a big deal. And then the last one, which is kind of a new thing for us, but we do always do it now in Epcot, is Ratatouille. One of my mother's absolute favorites. My son loves it. And we do that one. So that one's been a lot of fun to go and sit through and see. So we enjoy that one too. Otherwise, if we can get anything else in while we're there, it's great. Mexico's a lot of fun. It's very nostalgic for us. We don't always get it, but those ones in the beginning, I mean, you can't not do the ball. I'm scared for the redo on it, but I'm sure it'll be great.
They put that on the back burner, so we won't panic about that yet.
That's the only one thing I think we got good out of COVID was holding off on that.
So, yeah.
But that's about it. How about you, Holly?
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
On with littles. Here we go. So when we tour the parks, we like to go to each park. We have 4 kids. They range in ages from 18 months to 8 years. And so we have very varying opinions on what the kiddos like. And so there's something at each park for every kid. We do like to spend 2 days at Epcot and Magic Kingdom just because those have the most attractions that everyone can enjoy. So we love starting our trip with Animal Kingdom. The big ones like to ride Flight of Passage. I asked Dan what his must-do was. He said Flight of Passage, and Noah loves Flight of Passage, our oldest. None of the other kids have been brave enough to ride it yet, so I kind of hang out with them and play the drums in Pandora while they ride. But then as a family, we all skip over to Safari next, and we ride the Safari. We can't leave Animal Kingdom without doing the Safari. Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios is a tricky park when you have littles because there is not a lot that everyone can ride. But for us at Hollywood Studios, the must-do is Mickey and Minnie's, and I'm excited to go to the West Coast in a few weeks and try out their new version that's going to be similar, but I think the ride queue area is going to be a little bit different. So I'm excited to see their version of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. At Magic Kingdom, we pretty much do everything at Magic Kingdom every time. The park have the most things that everyone can do. We have to Small World. From Noah's first trip, Small World was the ride, the attraction that we did the most. And our dog called it the baby ride. She loves riding the baby ride. Now she knows it's Small World, but she's older. But Small World is our must-do at Magic Kingdom, as well as Dumbo, because it has that playground area in it. And any place that has a playground with littles is a major bonus in my book. And then on to Epcot, and I agree with Dave. Soarin' is a must-do for us every time. So 2 of our kiddos can ride that one, and they love it. So we utilize Rider Switch, and the other ones kind of run around in the land pavilion, or we go get a snack. Yeah. And then Ratatouille. That's our newest must-do. The kids just love it. Just love it. So
we don't go to like Hollywood Studios that much, but we did Mickey and Minnie's. Fantastic. I loved it. It was a wonderful ride. So I definitely agree with you on that one.
It's so fun. And I mean, even the baby, when our youngest was 6 months old, he went on his first trip and he rode Mickey and Minnie's at 6 months old. So, I mean, it's literally for everybody. So,
yeah, that's cool. And that comment about running around the land, they brought a lot of food back. So if you're down there waiting for them, a lot of the foods come back and there's a lot more choices if you want to sit and eat while you're waiting for them.
And they have a cool little like dessert counter that has some really unique treats in there too. So we'll grab, their newest cupcake or cheesecake or whatever it is. And have a
I love that.
Fill them up with sugar to go.
Yep. Great answers though.
Sounds fantastic. And I giggle at It's a Small World. I giggle. Because my husband is famously remembered from his one and only childhood trip to Disney at 3 years old, hating It's a Small World, being completely creeped out by the dolls and crying, screaming the whole time. So every time we get on It's a Small, and I make us ride it. We get on It's a Small World, and I go, okay, now you've got to be big and brave and not cry. So we did buy him that T-shirt they had in the gift shop that said, "I survived. It's a small world."
It's funny you say that. My younger sister probably took my father on that ride 400 times. So I think he was about over it.
Absolutely.
I think Noah took a few naps on Small World, and so Mom and Dad got to enjoy some rides.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. How about you, Nick?
Oh goodness. Yeah, I'm going to take you out west, and I will say, without having any littles, we do tend towards the coasters. We do love those. So I'm going to start you in DCA, and Incredicoaster, formerly California Screamin', is just so great. It's fast. I love the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Of course, we know to count to 3 after that before you're really going to go. But it's just a great ride, and I love seeing Grand Cal while we're on it and just saying, we're staying right there. It's just a magical thing for us, and smelling the Jack's Num Num cookies. And my mom's name is Edna, so I get to see my mom's namesake. It's a pretty special ride.
Sounds cool.
We love it. And of course, Steve's, my husband's favorite, is definitely Guardians, and Tower of Terror is we love that, and it's great that they both exist because there's such different rides. The suspense can be too much for some people, but Guardians, same ride system, but it's just a rockin' fun ride. People are giggling and rocking out to the tunes. It's just a fun experience to be on. Let's see. Then of course we both are. I'm not really a gamer, so this one just makes me giggle every time because I love Toy Story Mania. Like the props and just the being inside, the toy land is so fantastic. But just the games are so fun. We're so competitive, and I think Steve has won once out of like 20 times. It drives him nuts. So I'm trying to keep that run going. And then I know many people will disagree with me. It's Primeval Whirl done Goofy style. So Goofy Sky School is just ridiculous. It's like an old school, fair ride, and you feel like you're going to fall off the end and die. And again, it's right there next to Grand Cal. And if you have a theme park facing room at Grand Cal, you can see right down into that ride. And it's wonderful. And Steve likes to count. Yeah. Yeah. Steve likes to count off as they do each step of the ride too. First step,
I'm glad you said that because Noah has been doing a lot of research before we come out to the West Coast, and that is probably his #1 must-do ride.
Oh, really? Goofy Sky School?
Goofy Sky School. Like, he is so excited for Goofy Sky School.
I'm letting Gina be my research.
It has that a bit of a rocky feel. You think maybe it's not quite as safe as it should be in a theme park. You know, maybe this will be the last ride. I don't know.
That's great.
Primeval World, I remember taking that one. There was this kid on it once sitting next to us, and his accent was just adorable. And his reaction was, "Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot." He just just couldn't handle the ride. When you head over to Disneyland, there's only 2 that we came up with that are must-dos for us. Space Mountain, just love it. And it's different than at World, you know, because, you know, tandems, you can ride next to each other. It's wonderful. I feel like it's a smoother ride too. And it's timeless, you know. You'd think that a ride that old that it wouldn't seem as modern as it does, but dark ride and just loving it. Just feel the breeze across your face. Any time of the day I'm in for it. That's usually where we'll go first for that property. And then probably my favorite coaster of all, Big Thunder. I just love it. Looking at that goat. It's fantastic. So those are our faves. How about you, Miss Marianne?
Well, I'm just excited to go someday to California and ride Goofy Sky School because I love that traditional mouse coaster that does that where you feel like you're going to fall off the end. Those crack me up. I can't. I hope it never goes away so I can go ride it because that sounds amazing. I think that I'm a coaster girl, so that's kind of my thing. But I will tell you, your Guardians ride experience comparatively to the Tower of Terror experience is truth. My niece Annette rode Guardians out in California and hadn't been to Disney World yet. And then their family went to Disney World and she rode Tower of Terror, knowing that the ride system was exactly the same. She has said she will never get back on Tower of Terror ever. Her parents left her on the end of the row in the back row by her sister, who's only like 18 months older, and then the parents, and then her big brother. And I'm like, so she's all by herself, and it looks like the ride photo. I'll have to post it in the group. It looks like she is leaning forward, trying to climb out of the ride car with her mouth wide open, screaming. She looked at her Uncle Tom and said, "I am not riding that ride. There is nothing you can do to get me back on that ride. I love Guardians, but I do not like that." So there
power
is
of theming, right?
It's the power of the theme. It is. Well, let's see what our community says or some of their favorites are. Frederica says she likes Fantastic is a must-do, Rise of the Resistance, the Cars ride, Splash Mountain. Help me, California people.
Grand Cal. Yeah.
It's just visiting Grand Cal and staying at Grand Cal and all the Star Wars stuff. In the old days, Tom Sawyer Island.
Oh, Tom Sawyer Island.
Oh, that's such a great one.
Yeah.
Patricia's it's a small world at Magic Kingdom, the Safari at Animal Kingdom, Soarin' at Epcot, and Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
Linda says her favorite is Epcot EE. I bet you mean Animal Kingdom EE for Expedition Everest. And Magic Kingdom is Pirate. Is that Pirate? And Haunted Mansion. And in the past, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. You know, we had Seven Dwarfs as our favorite for an awfully long time. And that has since been replaced by Space Mountain by kids in my family. Gina says one e-ticket ride is usually a single rider ride. This is for Disney, DCA, and Disneyland. Okay. Steve says at Epcot, Guardians, Cosmic Rewind.
Gosh, I want to do that so bad.
So good.
Again, it's that music and the fun atmosphere of that ride. And Frank says Splash Mountain was his favorite, and he always does Haunted Mansion. Well, we're hoping for you, Frank, that Tiana's Bayou Adventure will be just as great. Gina, That's the reason we're friends. The people
Yeah.
mover.
I forgot the people mover. Oh,
The people mover. I'll
that's one of
smuggle.
our favorites.
I might smuggle a make me a better mommy drink in a bag and bring it all on to the people mover, because there's
Yeah.
nothing better than you
Yeah.
know,
Me and my
sitting
mom
on the
love
people
that one.
mover. And I love when it's not busy on the people mover and there's nobody in line and you can look at the
Just
ride
stay
attendant and
on.
go, "Should I go?" And they say,
Mhm.
"Yeah, just stay."
Yeah.
You're an old lady, just stay.
People mover is the best place to do a rider switch on.
Oh,
When
absolutely.
someone's riding Space Mountain, you go ride People Mover.
Yep. Frank says he loves that rat ride. Oh yes, Ratatouille is a
Mhm.
really fun ride. Frederica also loves World of Color. I can't wait
Oh,
someday to
yeah.
see World of Color. I'm gonna come to California. We're gonna do that.
Yeah. We love the dessert party for that.
Nick. Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Steve says he's gonna come and beat you in 26 days. So it's on like Donkey Kong at your house.
Mhm.
Oh, wait,
I
that's
hear
the
giggling
other
from the
park.
living room. Yes.
Oh, wait, that's the other park, the Donkey Kong, that's
Mhm.
coming to the other park soon. Animal Kingdom Everest and always more than once. That's brave. More than once would probably make me have to use the
We missed Frederica right above one.
throw up afterwards. So, Kathy says Thunder Railroad, Haunted Mansion, Soarin', and Slinky Dog. I agree. I love Slinky Dog.
So
It
fun.
looks like a kiddie coaster, but let's be real, people. There are
Oh,
a
that's
couple
good.
of those turns that are fast
Mhm.
Yeah.
when you're coming down and banking. So
And it's
a fun one.
adorable.
It
Yeah.
is adorable.
My Abby, every trip, she's like, "We're gonna go ride Slinky Dog," and every single trip she gets off, and she's like, "I'm not riding that ever again."
That's so cute.
It's so funny.
I'm glad she always gives it one more try.
She does. I think she forgets because it is so cute.
Right. Frederica is not a fan of Guardians because of the motion sickness that she experiences, and me too. I'm going to have to double up on drugs next time because, yeah, it was rough. Amanda says Filler Magic,
Good choice.
the People Mover, Pirates, Rock and Roller Coaster, Star Tours, Tower of Terror, Flight of Passage, Text Track, Three Caballeros, which is Katie and I, one of our favorites, Soarin', and Guardian. There is nothing better than Donald Duck, It's a Small World Through Mexico. Come on, there's nothing better. So,
And I love her comment about PhilharMagic because I think that is a highly underrated attraction.
I agree.
and it's so great in the
Yeah.
middle of the afternoon
Mhm.
when it's 2,000 degrees
Yep.
to go in there. It's so cool and comfy, and yeah, it's a great ride or a great attraction.
Mhm.
Amanda says, Steve is right. Everest, how could I forget? Rachel, Soarin' is her favorite at Epcot, and at Hollywood Studios, we love the Muppets. Oh, yes, the Muppets are a part of the Marianne nap time routine. There have been times when we've been known to watch the Muppets 5 times in a row. It's hot. It's hot, and I'm not waiting in line for 100 and some minutes when it's hot. So, Facebook user, we went in December, and I almost chickened out on Guardian. So glad I didn't. It was so much fun. One of my new faves. And Steve says, Donald Duck is always awesome. I agree. He is.
He is.
Oh, Frank, the American Adventure makes me cry too. I really enjoy the American Adventure.
You know, one of our favorites that used to be our favorites too was Figment, the original.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so different now.
It's so different.
Yeah.
It is so different. It is. So, Sean says, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin. I can't leave Disney without being a galactic hero again. Really?
That's impressive.
I would like to be galactic hero just once.
I've just done it once so far.
My oldest
Last
son
trip.
hates it when I beat him on it.
Mhm.
Well,
Because
yeah.
he's Mr. Video Game.
Yeah. I maybe I'm going to study up before this trip and watch all the YouTube videos about
There's a
how
few
they
tricks
do
for
it.
sure. Yeah.
Secrets.
And maybe pray to get stuck in just the right place.
We did last time, like right in front of Zurg.
Oh, so there you go. That's it. That's it. So, all right. Well, let's talk about our next topic. What are your must-do restaurants and or foods at Disney World or Disneyland? Tell me, tell me. Oh, I I hope everybody had a snack or at least ate dinner. All right, Dave.
So most everybody knows my absolute number one have to go to dinner or lunch. I guess it's breakfast or lunch is Boma. We will not ever miss Boma when we're in Disney World. Ever, 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 ever. So that is definitely our go-to. And now that Chico's back open, that's our number two. So they just happen to both be in the hotel that we probably almost stay at if we're not at Copper Creek or anywhere else. But Boma, it just you can't beat it. It's hands down all of our favorites. Everybody in the family, and Chico is also the kids. Not maybe so much Chico. The kids like to go to the room, order food when they can, or do whatever, and the grown-ups will do Chico. But Boma's definitely a favorite for everybody. So for relaxing, having a drink or having a lunch or snack, Geyser Point is just you can't beat it. We can sit out there in the backside that where the water is. And when the weather's right, you can sit there for a while in those comfortable chairs and couches, have some drinks and some food, and it's absolutely wonderful. When the restaurants weren't all open in Disney, our go-to restaurant, which I still absolutely love, is Boathouse at Disney Springs. The food there, and as good as the food is there, I think the service is even better than the food. And we've gotten pretty close with a lot of people that work there, and they're absolutely all wonderful people. And when we go there, it's a lot of fun, and they take very, very good care of us. So you can't go wrong with Disney Springs at Boathouse. Those are our main ones. My son, we went to Citrico's for dinner a year and a half ago or so, and they had this special drink called the London Dry. And whatever it was, he fell in love like it was the next best thing since sliced bread. And he talks about it on a regular basis. It's not alcoholic, I don't think. He's 20, so I don't think it would have been alcoholic, but it is just, he loved it. So he keeps talking about it. So whenever we go back, we make sure we go over there. If we don't eat there, we'll go to the bar and get him the drink there. So that's really good. And kind of an off the path thing, I love Sonny's Barbecue. If anybody's had Sonny's Barbecue, it's something that we used to have down here in South Florida all our lives growing up, and it was something I really liked. And they took them all away here in South Florida. So whenever we get a chance, if we're going to be heading home and we don't eat before we leave the resort or somewhere, we'll stop at a local Sonny's Barbecue and have that, and we head home. And that's pretty much our main things that we do. One was the last time we were there, I don't know, 6-8 months ago. What's it? Cape May
Cafe?
Cafe.
Yeah, Cafe. They reopened their buffet, and we went there for breakfast, and it was absolutely fantastic. I mean, we were very, very, very surprised, and my mom even said something to it. So when we go back, we'll be hitting them also for breakfast for sure. It was wonderful. They had everything there. It was easy to get the food. They had great crepes. It was a wonderful breakfast buffet. I urge everyone to try it.
Ooh. All right, Holly, what are some of your must-do restaurants?
Well, I'm excited because Dave and I only have one that overlaps, and that happens to be
Nice.
Geyser Point. Geyser Point is when we took our first DVC trip as a new family of 5. Our third was very, very small, and we were staying at Copper Creek, which is where was our first contract, and Geyser Point was our very first place we ever ate on our very first DVC trip. And ever since, we just kind of fell in love with the atmosphere of it. And it just kind of is a very, very memorable place for us to go. And I mean, you can't beat the food either. The food and the atmosphere and the servers. The servers, I think every time we go, we have a server named Andrew, and he is phenomenal, and he will get you whatever you want. But another one that we love to go to is Ohana, but I kind of have to put a little caveat on there. While we've been there post shutdown and it's been good, it was our absolute favorite prior to the shutdown just because of the entertainment and the coconut races, and it was just so fun for the kiddos. I'm hoping that we can get back to the pre-shutdown Ohana at some point.
Yeah.
And the menu bring it back to the original menu too. We love beer garden. We love to grab one of those tables in that very front row, right by the dance floor, right by the opening of the dance floor. So mom and dad can sit there and the kiddos can just go out and dance, and you're not more than, 5-6 feet away from them at any given time. And you kind of feel like you're on a Disney date without having to pay a babysitter. And our kiddos love the food. There's such a good selection there. I mean, you can't go wrong with like sausages and mac and cheese and pretzel rolls. We do try to do at least one character dining a trip. We don't really have a favorite per se. We've pretty much done them all except for 1900 Park Fair, which hasn't reopened yet. But I mean, there isn't one that we prefer more than the others. We just try to do one a trip just for something fun. As far as quick service goes, we always grab a Dole Whip, and we love to grab a Dole Whip and go sit in the back room of Tortuga Tavern because there's never anyone in there and you're in the AC. It's not that far away from it. And you can sit down at a table and eat your Dole Whip and not just like on a rock beside Aloha Island.
Garbage can.
And then we love to grab Flame Tree Barbecue at Animal Kingdom, which is pretty good for quick service. And then we love to go down on those patios right by the water.
Yes.
And the like very lowest one seems to never have anybody in it. And
Agreed.
Until now.
You feel like you're sitting there by yourself. Yeah, I know.
Oops.
But then when they had shows, like when they had kite tails,
You could see it from
watch
there.
Kite tails
Yeah.
from there. You didn't have to go sit in the sunshine blasting theater, getting a sunburn while watching kite tails. So
Last time we were there, we sat there. It's funny you say that.
yeah. So those are some of our favorites as a family with little kids.
Ooh, yum.
You made me think of at Magic Kingdom, we always get the pretzels. Got to get a pretzel at Magic Kingdom for sure. And then my son always wants to get a Mickey bar. So those are the small snacks.
Can't skip the classics.
No.
How about you?
I giggle being a Kansas City girl, now displaced in Omaha. Now Omaha is home, but I grew up in Kansas City, and everybody talks about liking Flame Tree Barbecue, and everybody talks about liking Regal Eagle Barbecue, and everybody is so excited for the new Woody's Roundup Barbecue, and I just need you all to come visit.
That's
Oh, I
right.
know.
And let's have some real barbecue.
Real barbecue.
Because y'all, that is just
It's not the best barbecue, but it's pretty good quick service.
it is pretty good quick service.
And it's
But
Disney barbecue.
I will tell you that spot down by the water though
Makes it
totally makes up for the fact that my barbecue was
Mhm.
not barbecue. I don't know what that was, but it was not barbecue.
better. Yeah.
So,
Aw.
Nick, tell us what we're going to eat if we
I'm
come to
excited.
California.
Well, I'm going to pretend that we go for 7 to 10 days, like most of you all go to Walt Disney World. So if we were to go that long for a trip, we would go out to all these places when we're there. But usually we have to pick and choose because we're more like 2 to 3 nights because that's the way of the West. So I would say definitely Grand Cal, you have to go to Napa Rose. It's delightful food. It's
what I've
delicious.
heard.
It's definitely on the high side for sure. But like Dave was saying, the service is impeccable. They will welcome you like probably 10 people on the way to your table, and on your way out, they will greet you on your way as well. It's fantastic service. And if you can't afford it, occasionally just to really splurge, do the chef's counter. There's only 12 seats. It's really hard to get in. Ask Steve. He's really good at it. But it's phenomenal. They ask you about things that you like, things that you don't, and they cater it to you. And it's probably a 2+ hour experience and worth every penny. It's wonderful. So chef's counter at Napa Rose, definitely. Hearthstone Lounge, as Gina was mentioning, is a great place to go to hang. It's easy to get into. Like even the busiest of times, you can usually find a table. So that's wonderful and not have to worry about making reservations somewhere. And they have wonderful bar food. They had these poutine fries last time that went to our must-have list. Fantastic. And they change up the menu occasionally. In DCA, I love Lamplighter Lounge. The theming is so wonderful, and we definitely a few things. People love the shrimp nachos, and there's several things that we love, and found some new things last time. But I love the theming there; it's great. Magic Key Terrace, because we are those season pass holder type people, is wonderful to get away from the peons. No, from it's great to be able to get up there. And by the way, a pro tip: the locals don't go to the parks in December because they have to pay for it. So if you do happen to be there during that time, and your Magic Key holder, we
Good to
didn't
know.
even have to make reservations. Really, it was really easy to get in. But they have these sliders that are delicious, and it's good stuff. And of course, DCA is the Epcot of the West Coast. That's where all the festival food happens. So we always have a list of things that we're excited to go try for festivals at DCA. Hopping over to Disneyland Hotel, I love me some Trader Sam's. It's so kitsch and it's so adorable. Like I'm just waiting for someone to order a shipwreck, So and it's not too hard to get into, but yeah. Disneyland, love me some Ogas and the fuzzy tauntaun. I don't drink, but Steve swears by it, just numbing your mouth, and it's really fun. But for those of you who like non-alcoholic drinks, they have some wonderful options too. Just the ambiance is really fantastic, like it is, in World as well. Let's see. We have a sweet tooth. And if you go to any of those candy locations, the churro toffee is ridiculous. It
Churro
is
toffee. That sounds
so good. We have it every night, and we usually get it to go, so we can get home from the parks and stuff back in Seattle-ish area. We're like, one last try. Let's do this. And they also have these chocolate peanut butter squares that are also ridiculous, but they're so good. Same place. And the last trip we were there, they were apparently seasonal because they weren't there the last 2 times we were in the parks, like months apart. And the last day they brought them out, like this, the heaven shone. Let's see, and then churros, people. It doesn't sound magical to you, but that's because the best coast is the West Coast. The water out here, it's something about here. You got to try churros out here, and there's some wonderful specialty ones that they have. But just your classic churro it's better out here and delicious. Have to have one.
Yeah.
Miss Marianne.
Okay, the churro. What was it? Toffee? Is that what you
said?
said?
Yeah, the churro toffee. So good.
Adding that to my list right now.
That just sounds magical. That just sounds so good. There is only one thing that happens every single trip for my family, and it is led by Katie, the baguettes. We have to go to France. We have to get a baguette, and usually 2 of them, and then that. And we usually go almost every day and get one. That's thank God for having park hoppers and passes. Because we'll just sneak in, run back to France, get a churro, a baguette, and run out because that's breakfast the next day. Because that kid will eat a baguette like nobody's business. So, I don't know. There's something magical about a baguette from the France Pavilion at Epcot. And of course, we all know what my very favorite thing is. It is either the Dad's Electric Lemonade at the Tune-In Lounge /50s Primetime or the Grand Marnier slush at the France Pavilion. I'll go wait in line for my Grand Marnier slush while she and her daddy, or just her by herself now that she's a big kid, run and go get in line for her baguette. So.
Make me a better mommy. That's right.
Makes me a much better mommy. Yes. It just is so happy. And, I don't drink at home ever. It's only at Disney World, and it's only a few of those really good specialty drinks that they have there. But I bet people in our community have even better ideas to share with us. So Frederica says, anyone remember the old Star-Kissed pirate boat? I do not. Gina does. It was a pirate ship that had the best tuna back in 1980s Disneyland.
Huh.
How cool is that? Gina likes to go to 50s Primetime at Hollywood Studios. I agree. We really enjoy 50s Primetime too. Sandy says they're foodies, so they try not to go to many of the same restaurants. And they try as many new ones as possible each trip. That's smart. Yeah, absolutely. Steve likes the wings at the Banana Cabana and wings at Bar Riva. I'm sensing a pattern here. A lot of wings. The Petite Cafe for coffee and banana bread. And at Disneyland, there's churro toffee and peanut butter square from any candy counter.
That all sounds delicious.
Oh my gosh. I've got to figure out how to get to California. Frank is tired of trying for a Topolino's reservation. The food isn't that good anymore. So Trattoria Al Forno is amazing, and it's an easy reservation. And as soon as they bring that princess meal back in the mornings, is going.
Their breakfast pizza is incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We've had some good
Nice.
experiences there for breakfast.
Yep. And
Yeah.
easy to get in for sure.
Yep.
Breakfast is good there.
Absolutely. And Frank also enjoys Sanaa. It's the
Mm,
one of their must-do
yeah,
because
totally. Frank.
the bread service is incredible. Yep.
And they have a special dipping sauce for bread if you ask for it. So
The
if you like,
DVC one, a 10th one, or whatever it is.
if you like the spicy, yeah.
It's really
It's really spicy. Okay, that'd be my jam. I'll have to. I didn't know that.
I thought it was.
Oh my gosh! But I didn't know there was a special one that I could request. That's awesome. Frederica is asking if anyone in the community knows a good gluten-free, dairy-free, besides the amazing pizza place by Boardwalk Villas. So if anybody knows anything. So, Dan Austin is saying he gets good barbecue at the
Yes,
Polite Pig.
I agree. Didn't even think about it.
Oh yeah,
Good job, Dan.
that would be our Disney Springs go-to for sure.
There you go. Christy B says the Lamplight Lounge brunch. Oh no, this is a word I can't say. Help.
Ooh.
Should they get it?
Chiquillas?
Chiquilas and cinnamon toast crunch cocktail. Oh, and a mimosa flight. Oh, that sounds lovely as well. That sounds like it would be wonderful.
You're lucky.
So, and next, does anybody else have anything? Oh, if you're off property in Anaheim, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle.
This one has come up to us. A lot of people have mentioned this one to us as we've been planning to go to SoCal. If we're going to go off property to try this place.
So that's got to be on the list.
Yeah.
Churro toffee. Toffee
Comes
covered
back.
in white chocolate and then covered in cinnamon sugar.
That
Thank
sounds
you.
ridiculous.
Thank you, Steve. That
I love
sounds
it.
wonderful.
Oh, and one I forgot, and speaking of treats at Disneyland, the rose macaroon from Jolly Holly, so good.
Oh,
Rose raspberry, sorry.
that sounds wonderful.
Fresh raspberries. It's the otherworldly.
Oh, wow. And Bridget says she's got to have the bread pudding at the Jazz Kitchen in downtown Disney. Yum. Kathy says their family always tries to go to Tusker House breakfast. Yes. My family likes Tusker House breakfast also, especially if we time it at the turnover where you start at breakfast and then it switches to the lunch food and then you kind of just get the best of all. So absolutely. All right. So the last topic is tonight. What is your must do at a resort? Tell me, what are your must do's at resorts?
So must do's at a resorts. We're DVC, so we're always in a deluxe hotel. So community hall for sure, always for the kids. They love it. Both of them love it. They go together. They have a great time. They'll spend hours there. It's incredible. Sometimes more than being in the pool. So that's one of them. Another one would be the pool, obviously, and which are basically the two main things you do. And obviously, if the restaurants, which Animal Kingdom has our two favorite restaurants, so we'll be there. So it's pretty cut and dry. But I will say, overall, when you say must do at Disney, our family is probably a little different than most. Now we're 2 hours and 45 minutes away from Disney, so we probably come a little bit more often. Pieces is easier and more economical for us to travel there than a lot of people. So we do a lot of stay where we just stay at the hotel, whatever you call that, vacay stay.
Vacation.
Yeah. Kind of. So a staycay. And that's what we'll do that a lot of the time because I can't deal with crowds, and it's been ridiculous for the last few years. And my kids have been okay with it because they have a lot of fun. I think community hall makes up for a lot of things of not going to a park sometimes when you see the lines that are just atrocious to get in or do anything, and with the heat. So to not be standing outside all that time, they could be at the pool, go back to the room, go eat, community hall. I mean, we've got it made. And then when dinner time comes, we pick a place, we go to a hotel, we go to Disney Springs, we eat, we come back. We have no problem staying in a hotel without going to Disney a lot of our trips. So not to mention, where we live, we want to come up the times where you have to have an Incredipass pass, or it's not even worth, having any of the other ones where we have here. So, that's $5,000 for our family just for that. So, going to the hotels, man, it's great. And you still spend a fortune by the time I'm done with food, because my kids can have whatever they want. When we're there, I don't care. So we're really happy with that. So, and I know I said Mickey bars before, but for some reason, my little one loves Mickey bars every time we're in the lobby somewhere at the hotel. So, that's always a lot of fun.
Absolutely. How about Holly? What's your favorite resort activity?
Well, if I can take anything away from our time as DVC members, it's that it has taught us to slow down at Disney and really enjoy the resorts. We are a rope drop family just because our kids are so early risers. Like, we are up before the sun every day. So we do rope drop the parks, but we come back, we take naps, we do the pool, we do, dinner at the resort. We also like to make breakfast in our room. So we're up way before we have to leave to even rope drop a park. So we take advantage of that kitchen in the room, and my husband loves to make breakfast for everybody as I'm helping, I'm getting ready and getting all the kids ready. And then we come and sit down at the table and we have a nice warm breakfast, scrambled eggs and, bacon and pancakes and that kind of stuff. And I'm glad Dave mentioned community hall, because as a family with littles, I would love to take advantage of community hall. But unfortunately, the majority of our DVC trips have been, post-COVID, and community halls weren't open for the longest time for many of our trips. And so we did get to use the one when we were out in Alani a few months ago, or last month, I guess. And we got to take advantage of some of the activities that they had there. And we had so much fun. So I'm excited to get back to World and take the kiddos to some of the community halls at the resorts there.
And Holly, it's not quite yet back to how it was. And pre-COVID, it was a whole nother experience for the kids. So you really need to once it gets back to that, which I'm sure it will at one time, it's 10 times better.
Oh, good.
So I hope you can. That'd be great.
Yeah. And I didn't even mention the pool. I mean, the pool for our kids.
It's a given.
It's an attraction on its own. I mean, you're at the park and you're like, when are we going to go back and go swimming? Like, you did not fly 2,000 miles to swim in a pool. But no,
but
that's
they did.
But
I know, they did.
Yeah. So
and they're okay with it.
For part of the day, and then we go back and we swim, and everybody has fun, and it's just a more relaxing trip.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I want to say one quick thing. I'm so sorry, Nick. Just important that I remembered. One of probably things that I tend to remember the most, and it means so much to my heart, is at the hotels. I'm a very early riser, and my young son's a very early riser. And we'll get up and we'll sneak out 6:30 in the morning, and it's just him and I early in the morning. We go have breakfast together, walk around together, and we have our special time together. Not that none of us, everybody's special time is great, but it's always us together early in the morning. And I really enjoy having that with him and experiencing him. And once we were at Polly and we jumped on the boat, just took it to Magic Kingdom and took it right back before everybody woke up. And it's very special time for me with him.
Oh, that's
so
sweet.
I love that. Okay. Sorry.
All right. Nick?
Cool. Well, shout out to my DVC Points friends over at Rope Drop Radio. We are definitely rope droppers too. And I am not a morning person, but if you want to get the best bang of your buck for rides, you got to be up and do it. And like Holly said, head on back when you're too hot or too tired, need a nap and such. It's just the way to go. So yeah, Steve goes hard, but okay. So Grand Cal, it has an epic lobby. It's made by the same makers that did, Wilderness Lodge. And, I really just like spending time there because it's just so beautiful and huge and epic. And there's usually some kind of great entertainment from the pianist or performing groups in there. So we love just being there. There's a third floor hang space up there that you can oversee the lobby that most people don't go to. So check out the third floor. There's a lookout and some couches up there and some tables you can play games on just to hang out. And there's, I think, the 5th floor or so. You can go outside this huge deck that usually has nobody on it. So there's a couple of like not well-traveled or used spaces in Grand Cal that you should all check out. Speaking of which, if you're staying there, you have access to the Paradise View Terrace. Go on YouTube and check that out. Paradise View Terrace, which looks right into like looking at the Mickey Wheel, and it's really epic and amazing too. And we do love Craftsman Bar and Grill. It's a good place to hang, and they oftentimes have live performances going on there as well. And of course, they have 2 direct entrances, not just one, but 2 right into DCA. The newest one is in theory for, Pixar Hotel, but you can totally go to it as well if you're staying at VGC. And from our VGC room to standing in front of Goofy Sky School, getting through security, 3 minutes tops. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
So I'm saying we're Disney fans, but we're also DVC fans, and there's some perks for staying on property, including the extra half an hour in the parks when you're staying on property is so amazing, right? And of course, over at Disneyland Hotel, I love Trader Sam's. And I can't wait to see what I love about, because I've never stayed actually at Disneyland Hotel. So I can't wait to see what I love about the hotel community when we join the new DVC there. How about Miss Marianne?
Well, I'm with Dave. The community hall, and my kids have always loved the community hall, painting ceramics and bringing home ceramics.
Yeah.
And even though it costs a couple of dollars, it's really actually one of the best bangs for your buck at Disney is doing the arts and crafts in the community hall. It really is just paying for the base supplies that you're using. And so that's fantastic. We also like getting board games from the community hall and playing. We're a board game family. And so that's really fun for us. And of course, the pool. And of course, the pool bars. And of course, just the one thing we really love when we stay at places like Old Key West or Saratoga, we love just jumping on that boat and riding it and never getting off. Just riding it to Disney Springs and then riding it back. And that's just a nice diversion in the middle of the day that, I don't feel the need to get off and just enjoy the boat ride. So it's kind of like
slows you down.
Yeah, it's kind of like an attraction in itself.
Yeah,
I can totally see if we were staying at a Skyliner resort doing the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Just getting on that Skyliner and looking at them and going, we're riding around. We're just going, So let's see what our community thinks. Frederica, what is a community hall? Well, I do not know about Grand Cal, but not all of the ones in Florida have them. But it is a family area at the resort that has games, video rentals, arts and crafts, and even movies. Even the one at Saratoga has a big old sleeping couch, like Mom can take a nap while everybody else plays video games. They have these great video game systems set up in there.
Pool table, you name it.
Pool tables, ping pong.
Ski, all that stuff.
All that kind of fun type of cornhole or bags or whatever people call it in your neck of the woods kind of things. And that's where you can rent bikes or Surrey bikes, depending on which resort you're at. And
so kind of a rec center. Yeah.
It's kind of like a rec center at your resort. It doesn't cost anything to go to it. The arts and crafts is a very minimal cost. Sometimes they'll have big pool parties and the community hall staff is the one running it. And they'll have bingo, or Chad's talked about a drop ice cream in your dad's face type of game where the dad laid and the kids dropped ice cream trying to feed him from above.
Tie-dye shirt making, you name it.
Yep, the tie-dye shirts. There's lots of popular things at the community halls. It's a great thing to check out when you're in Disney World. Yeah. Bridget, sleep in. But she really enjoyed the DVC events during Christmas time. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And they do the resorts will have special events during different holiday times that are just for DVC.
Movies at night and stuff are cool.
Oh, yeah, the movies at night,
outside.
all of those things. Yeah. The s'more making.
Yep, s'mores. Yep.
Yep. Grand Cal did a movie night one Christmas season and provided popcorn and a hot chocolate bar. Oh, how fun is that?
That's so nice.
That's fantastic. Ah, Frank's a man after my own heart. A pina colada? That's cool.
But it is amazing those little things what they do for us. You know what is
Absolutely.
popcorn? I don't think they pay for popcorn. I think they have some deal that they don't even pay for popcorn.
Right.
So it's just it means a lot to us when they offer that.
Yeah, absolutely. This Facebook user, his daughter, loved making the tie-dye shirts at Boardwalk with
So did my son, yeah.
And she wears it all the time. And again, it's probably the cheapest t-shirt you're going to get at Disney. It really isn't that expensive to do.
It's like $10.
Yeah. Take advantage. We're DVC. We pay those dues. Take advantage of those opportunities. Janice, we do breakfast in the room, and we love to hang out by the pool. And their home resorts are Animal Kingdom and Grand Floridian. So they love to hang out at their hotels.
Nice.
And they love to watch the animals and always have that Savannah view. And at Grand Floridian, we love to look at the lake from their balcony.
Hmm.
When the grandkids are with us, we do more kids things. We like to stay at Saratoga and walk to Disney Springs. I could go on and on. I agree.
I have a good one for Animal Kingdom. We started watching the Disney's Animal Kingdom on Disney Channel on Disney Plus,
Uh-huh.
and it's into season 2 now.
Oh,
But so many of the animals that are at the villas you see on the show. So there's a following now of when people go and stay there, they look for the animals that they see on the show on TV. So
how fun.
if some of these families haven't seen that, it's really a great show. The first season was fantastic, and you will see the animals there, and a lot of the new animals that have been born at the villas in the Savannah side. So that's really exciting for the kids to be able to see it on TV and then have it in real life.
Yeah.
that's really cool.
I agree.
You know, there are so many must-dos at our resorts. We just have to take advantage of of them and try out something new, and maybe you'll find something that's a must-do. There's bocce ball at Riviera. Facebook user is Amy Beatty. Hey, I've been Facebook user. You would think I'd know better, right? But I've been Facebook user before, so. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining me. I think we had some great must-dos, and I have some new things to try on my list. And I
think
hope
we all do.
I think the community, thank you so much for hanging out with us and giving us your ideas. I think it was a great show tonight, and I learned so much from you. And thanks to my friends Dave and Holly and Nick, and we will see you guys another time. Hey, next week, it's a game show next week. We're playing a game. The people who are playing against each other get $200. They're assigned a resort, and they can't leave their resort. How are they going to entertain themselves all day?
Love this game.
So, and you, the viewer, gets to vote for the winner.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So join us next week.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Marianne. Thanks, Gina.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Gina.
Thank
Night,
you so
everyone.
much.